Hi, I'm Ambry and this is Ambry's Corner and welcome back to my channel. If you're new viewer, watcher, subscriber, welcome. If you're a returning viewer, watcher, subscriber, welcome back. I do have another video for you guys today. Today's video is, I don't know yet, so let's go ahead and figure it out real quick. I had a rant for y'all and in the midst of everything I accidentally deleted, so now I can't even get up the energy I had before to make that rant as good as the first one was, and I am highly irritated that I did that because that was a really good video and I think you would have enjoyed it, but it's not happening anymore. So good thing about me is I'm always prepared, so I'm going to do something else, okay? I'm going to do story time. Yeah, I got to 8 o'clock, so yeah, let's get to this. Alright, and I'm going to try to get this in like the 20 to 21 minute range, okay? So let's get into it. So this is a story time about when I worked at McDonald's. So like I said, like you heard, I did work at McDonald's once upon a time while I was still in GED school. So this would have happened maybe in the middle of the 6 months I worked there. So probably about my 3rd month there, this happened. So at the point I had started to get comfortable with everybody there. You know, I was talking to everybody. I bumped head with like a few people, a couple managers at one point, and I will get into them later. One of them, me and her kind of became cool later, but like at first, like she was bugging hard. Yeah, so we're gonna get into her later, but not right now. But I had got comfortable. I was kind of cool with everybody. So, and I have, if you know me in person, you know I have a very playful spirit. A lot of people don't understand my sense of humor. That's why everybody kind of can't relate to me. Some people think that my sense of humor it comes off as mean, but that's just how I play. Me and my friends. But the truth is, I'm actually a very nice person. I can laugh, I can play, I can joke around with anybody. It's when you take it too far that it becomes a problem. Now, I'll admit that sometimes my sense of humor it's a little different, but it's me and it's all love all the time. Okay, I'm a very nice and gentle person. So there was a girl that came in 3 months. After I had been there 3 months. So she came in while I was there. I had been at this point for 3 months and she came in. And supposedly she was out because she had got shot. So she was out because of that, dealing with those injuries and all that. And when I had got there, I guess it just had him back. So when she came back, I kind of like tried to keep up my personality because, you know, I like to give everybody a chance. So, you know, I played with her, and I guess I asked her one day why she got shot, and she didn't really want to tell me, and I understood that, so I didn't ask them more. I didn't even bother her about them. I just said, okay, fine, whatever. So at this point, I like to think that I know the job pretty well. You know, after 3 months, I think you got a good grasp of what to do on a job. I think that's anybody. If you've been working a job 3 months or longer, you got a good grasp of what to do, how to do certain things. There were certain things that I haven't yet to do yet. And the one thing that I really wanted to do was work at the back booth, and I hadn't done it yet. And so I guess I had, in my manager's eyes, earned the right to work back there, even though she low-key didn't like me. Now, I wouldn't even say she didn't even like me. I would just say we bumped head on certain things, and that made us think we didn't. That made me think she didn't like me. And when I say we bumped heads, I mean like we mentally, you know, crashed into each other all the time. Like it was not denying it. I didn't like her. I didn't care for her. I see her now, and I still don't like her. It's whatever. So they had started putting me in the back booth, and she was basically trying. Well, she started me out on the register, and then she put me in the window, and then she started me in back booth. Well, at that point, after I had got comfortable with being back there, she started putting me back there a lot more frequently. And so I remember this one day, this girl came into the restaurant. Now, this is not the story that I'm telling, but this is just part of the story I'm telling. She came into the restaurant, and she walked by me, and she came back. She said, when they started putting you back here? I said, oh, they just started a while ago. They started like last week, and so they got me. So now that I've been trained, they don't start putting me back here pretty regularly. She said, oh, well, okay, go girl. And she had a girlfriend that worked on the shift, which I didn't know until later. If that makes sense. I didn't know she was her girlfriend until later, but yeah, that was her girlfriend. So she walked off. And so like the headsets that you know, like the little headsets that they wear, like you see everybody wearing on the job. Well, the headsets were actually in the back booth hanging up behind me. So like imagine this is the booth. This would be my little computer. This would be the wall where the headsets are, and this would be the entryway to the back booth entrance. So she walked past me, she saw me, she said we chatted, and then she walked off. So I got my speaker on, and I'm facing the computer, and I'm talking to a customer basically, and I'm entering in the customer's order. So this is me entering in the order, okay? So she comes behind me and she grabs the speaker and she go up to the front. Let me turn back around, y'all. She goes back up to the front. I'm back there for about maybe 10-15 minutes at this point after she leaves from back there. So I took the person, or the person drives up, I give them the money, and she goes on to the next window. I guess after the customer leaves, another girl, I don't know where she's at this point in the store, because I'm not paying attention, but all I hear on the speaker is, hey, so-and-so, who got Yasmin in the back? Why did they do that? I guess she figured it out after she realized that she was on the speaker talking, that I heard her when she said it. I don't know, because like on those speakers, like when you speak on them, everybody can hear you, not just one person, you know what I mean? I guess she figured out a minute after that I could hear her. She was like, who in the heck put Yasmin in the back booth, just like that? And she said oops, and then clicked off. From that moment on, I didn't like sis, because okay, fine, I'm not perfect. I make mistakes, especially when I'm just learning something. That's anybody, you know what I mean? Everybody makes mistakes when they're on the job. That's bound to happen. That's just part of learning anything. You know, when you start YouTube, for instance, you're not always perfect at editing your videos or making thumbnails or making intros, but you learn over time after you do it for some time. Everything doesn't just happen out the blue. Now, I'll admit that I made a lot of mistakes. I had probably the highest number of V-reads out the whole restaurant. Like it was kind of bad, you know what I mean? And that's not really my fault, you know what I mean? They taught that's more of my, well, it kind of is my fault, but it's kind of not, because I wasn't trained properly. And even like some of like the managers will tell you that you really wasn't trained properly when you came in, you know, because we had a lot going on. We needed people, so you didn't get the best of the training that you needed, but what you picked up in the amount of time you picked it up is actually pretty good. So I think that's pretty good for somebody that had been there 3 months and had never been trained properly on how to do anything. They put somebody to work with me my first day, and then I never seen that person again, and I never worked that position again. So that was it. So then I was kind of like on my own. They just threw me in there without any help. So and one of the people that said that to me was the guy that worked there, and I'll admit that he was a little pushy, and later on he ended up robbing the store, but that's another story for later. I told you about that in the last video, but he ended up robbing the store later. But he even said the same thing. He said, I'm usually the one that trains newcomers, so you know, you haven't really been trained yet, so you know, don't get. And he was always like really nice about helping me. I think everybody pretty much liked to work with him because he was just a lot easier going than everybody else was. All other managers was. But so she said, and then for that moment, I really didn't like her. And you know, I know that I made mistakes on it, and I know I made mistakes, and that's not my fault. You know, I'm trying. But for you to get on that walkie and say that about me, like, it made me look at her different. So, time, and when you do something, I'm the type of, it's in my sign, y'all. I'm a fire sign. I'll let you get away with doing so much to me before you know we're not cool no more. So that was like the first straw for her to me. That was like the first and last straw to her for me. Although she didn't mean for me to hear that, the fact that she said it or thought that I wasn't equipped enough to be back there and work. Let me tell you something. I must have been a pretty good damn worker because my boss had me on schedule all the time. And this boss, when you did something to make her mad, you could tell when she was mad with you because she would shorten your hours. You would go from having hours to having practically no hours. So I was working probably on average a little over 30 hours a week. I know I was working a little over 30 hours a week. I was doing 8, 9 hour shifts, y'all. 8 and 9 hour shifts. I was working. Sometimes I would come in on my off days. Like, that's how it was. I worked over for us. I was never late. I was like one time the whole time. That was like when she first got the little incident where my mama cussed her out on the phone. I came early. I clocked in early. Like I did for somebody that messed up a few times. I was a good ass employee. I had to have been. Because as much as we bumped head, she made sure I was always on schedule because she knew I was going to work. She knew she could depend on me, and she knew she can count on me. That's why. And those are things that employers look for when you start working. You know what I mean? At any job. They look for dependability, time. Can you be on time? Time management skills. And they look for you to work, to be able to work. Can you do this? Can you handle? Can you hang? That's what they look for. And I could do all of that. And I did it well. So, let's fast forward. So at this point, I'm probably there for about 5 months at this point. So it's pretty close to the time I start to quit. I'm in the back booth. I work the back booth pretty regularly. At this point, I don't even like the back booth no more because they had got my nerve with it so bad. I actually rather like working the front counter. I still do prefer front counter to anything. Even at work, if they put me on the registers, which is kind of more now than usual, I love it. I like the interaction. I just like being face to face with people because I'm a naturally shy person. But when it's time to make a bag, like, I'm all for it. I can do anything. I can go for it. But you know, it's just like you have to give me a moment. Because it's not always right on the happy vibes all the time. I'm never, if I'm mad, you can tell, but you know, I'm usually always a good worker. So at this point, like I said, I like to work at the front, but at this point she had me on back cashier. So I remember this one day, I'm in the back booth, and so a while ago, my boss had told us that we couldn't take 50s, 100s. We couldn't take 50s or 100s. So, and I didn't understand why she told us it, but she said we couldn't take bills like that no more. So she said stop accepting those bills. She even put it up on the wall on a piece of paper. No, we cannot accept 50s or 100s. Customers used to literally come into the drive-thru and get mad with me because I couldn't take 100 if that's all they had. He'd be like, well, that's all I have, so what am I supposed to do? I said, well, sir, you could probably go to the store and cash it or whatever, but I can't take that. I can't take that amount of money. And plus it was kind of like we couldn't have that much money in our drawer. We weren't supposed to have over a certain amount in our drawer at a time, and if we did, she was like, I don't know what we can do, but I think we was only supposed to have like a certain amount of money in our drawer at a time. So, and if we did have like a certain amount more, they were supposed to come over. It would like have like a thing come across the screen saying, okay, you need to do a drop because you're exceeded over like the amount you're supposed to have. So they would have to come over and do a drop, take out a certain amount and do a drop for us. And they did that pretty frequently. Or like if they were like about to go do a drop at the bank, or somebody about to go to the bank, they would come from somebody's draw and they would like tell me like, oh, Yasmin, hop off the register quick. I want to see how much money you got in your drawer, and I'm gonna pull something out just like that. And they like little stuff like that. So I knew that we weren't supposed to have the hundreds or the 50s in our drawer. And one day, lo and behold, this girl, and let's get her a name because I haven't get her a name. We're gonna call her Sis Socks, okay? Socks. Socks come into the store one day. Let me see what time it is, y'all. I need to speed this up. Socks comes in the store one day, and I think she just had got her hair done, so she had some like crazy colored blue crochets in the head, and this like rat time crochet started popping. Like they was really popping at this point in time, and I think they just had started. So she had like some really cool funky blue crochets in the head. And so I heard her when she came in. I said hey or whatever, and you know, like I said, I would speak, but like it wasn't like no conversation going on. So she came in and I was in the back booth, and I don't know what happened. I heard her talking. To some people, and she came to me. She came straight to me. Now I knew that we weren't supposed to, you know, take hundreds from anybody, but I took the 100 from her. She was like, yeah, can you give me change for this 100? I ain't got no money, and I really need some cash on me right now, so can you take this chain out? Socks was on schedule to work that day. So I take the 100 and I put it in my drawer, and I count out, you know, what she needs, and I give it to her, and I put the 100 to the side. I mean in the drawer. So she walks off. So I'm sitting in the back booth, and a little while later, I think it's about my time to get off, but my the shift manager for that day comes back and say, Yasmin, I need you to stay till such and such time because the person that's supposed to come in is running late. She was supposed to be here at 2. She's not here yet. I need you to stay till she gets here, and then you can go, just like that. And she said, I'll even put you at the front because the person that's supposed to be back here is already here. So I'll even put you at the front as a cashier. I said, okay, fine, I can do that. Because at that point, it was like 2 then, but she was going to be like 30 minutes. Like, I could say 30 minutes over. So I said, I just need to call my mom real quick until I'm going to be 30 minutes. I'm staying 30 minutes over. She said, okay, fine. I'll go ahead and get your drawer and take it to the back, and I'll get you another drawer and take it up to the... No, I'll get your drawer, take it up to the front, and bring another drawer here for this person. I said, all right. So then she said, okay. So I guess I go to the back, and I'm on the phone. I'm saying, Mom, I'm staying over 30 minutes, so don't come pick me up. Yeah, I'll call you when you come pick me up. She said, all right. I hang up. I'm coming back up to the front, and I see her, and I'm just going to call this girl T-shirt. So I say, T-shirt, I said, I'm ready. She said, okay, hold on, let me a minute. She said, your drawer is a little bit full, so I'm going to take some money out so you don't have to worry about your time. So you don't have to worry about that message pop on the screen so that you need to make a till while you're in the middle of a transaction. I said, fine. So she said, you can just go up to the front and wait. So I go up to the front, and I'm running my mouth because I'm always running my mouth. I'm up to the front, running my mouth, talking loud. And I hear them mention Socks, that she had just left out of here, and she was on schedule to work that day. And so I don't think T-shirt heard them, so she in the back. And a few minutes later, she said, Yasmin, she said, you know we're not supposed to take hundreds, right? I say, yeah, but I say Socks gave it to me. And since she's an employee, I figured, well, it wouldn't hurt to take her 100. So I take her 100 and I took the 100 and I gave her her change, you know. I gave her 100 back in like 20s, 5s, and 1s, just like that. She say, well, you know we're not supposed to do that, but I'm going to take it, but don't do it no more. I said, all right. She go back there. She's back there for about 3 minutes, y'all. And she comes back up and she said, Yasmin. She said, who gave this to you again? I said, Socks. She said, she came through here. I said, yeah. She said, okay. She said, and she was like, I think she's still here. She said, where's she at? Everybody look, they said, they said, oh, she just left out just like a few minutes ago. Like, she went back there and came right back up and went out the door. Just like that. I said, wait, why? She said, this is a counterfeit. This is a counterfeit 100, Yasmin. I said, what? She said, yeah, she gave you a counterfeit 100. She said, okay, stay right there. I got to go call the manager, the store manager, and we're gonna call her, we're gonna call this whole Cook, because I really don't like the whole Cook. So she go call Cook. And basically she comes up to the front. She said she calls me to the back, and I guess she's explaining to Cook what happened. So she calls me to the back. She said, Yasmin, come to the back real quick. I said, okay. She said, she just wanted the statement from you about what happened. So I said, well, I'm in the back booth, and I had just got to talking to a customer, and she comes back, and she basically asked me to get her change for this 100. And I said, all right. And I figured that since it was Socks and she works here, you know, she wouldn't do nothing stupid to jeopardize her job, you know, because she just got back since she got shot. So I figured she wouldn't do nothing stupid to jeopardize her job. So I took the 100 and I get her a change. I didn't know it was counterfeit. At this point, y'all, I had never even seen a counterfeit bill before. I would not have known what one looked like. Because I don't fuck with real money. You know what I mean? So how would I have known what a counterfeit bill looks like? I need to hurry up for real. So, she said, Yasmin, she said, I understand what you did, but she said, you cannot do that no more. She said, you're going to have to pay that money back. Good thing I had just gotten paid. So I had the money in my account to give to them, to give it back to them. At the end of it, T-shirt goes back. She said, I'm just going to go look at the camera just to make sure it was her. I said, all right. So she goes back and look at the camera. And sure enough, you can't miss because she had crazy ass blue hair in the head. She comes to the back. She like, and what the girl said, like, she literally bypassed. It's like four registers at the front of this freaking McDonald's, y'all. Not to mention a register right behind the first window, the very, very first window in the restaurant. She passed all five of those cash registers and came right back to me. Right back to me. That's how she said. It's like she knew what she was doing. She passed 5 cashiers, 5 different registers, and came straight to me. Like, she knew that I was stupid enough to take the money. And so then she said, okay, I'm sorry this happened. She said, I understand why you did it. You just been a good person. It's okay. And she said, but you're going to have to pay that money back. I paid them the money back. My mom, I called mom. I tell my mom what happened. I said, Mom, supposedly I accepted a counterfeit 100. She said, what? I said, yep. And I said, I got to pay it back. So I said, can you go to my bank and withdraw? I said, can you go to the bank and withdraw $100 for me, and I'll just give it back to you later on the day? She said, yeah, I'm on my way. So I give my mom back her money. If you want, I do give my mom back her money. No, actually, she said, no, I'm just gonna. She said, how much you got in your account? I said, how much I got in my account? She said, don't worry about it. I'm gonna give you the 100, and when you get your next paycheck, you'll just pay me back like that. I said, all right, that's fine. So I do give my mom back her money with my next paycheck. Like, so I give them the money, and she like, yeah, I looked at the video. She came straight to you. She didn't stop. She came straight to you. Like, she did you like that on purpose. She was like, I wish you wouldn't have to pay that money back. I hate that you even had to pay it back, because she singled you out. She did you like that on purpose, I feel like. And then sis was supposed to work that day. That was her. She was here for her shift. And I guess she figured out after she gave me the $100 that she won't have to bounce. Y'all, ain't nobody saying sis since. All I know is that they were doing a full investigation on what happened. Nobody seen sis since sis disappeared. She disappeared off the face of the freaking earth. I went to school the next day, and I was telling some of my classmates about what happened. This when I was in GD classes, y'all, at this point. I'm telling them about what happened, and they tell me, dang, it sound like she targeted you. She went straight to you. I was telling them what my coworker, what my manager had told me. She passed 4 registers and came straight to me. 4. With cashiers at them. And came straight to me. She was going to you because she came straight to you. She walked by you. She walked by me once and went to the break room, and then came right back up. She saw me and she went straight to me and got me. Cause I know she couldn't have got nobody else like that, and she got me like that. But jokes on you, sis, because now I'm making videos and now people know how you move. So, yep. You lucky I didn't get your name, sis. You lucky I didn't get your name. You lucky. Anyway, that pretty much ends it for this video about the time the girl gave me counterfeit money. She tried it. Real talk. I had to pay the money back. I'm mad, but it doesn't even matter because I quit a month later. And that's just that on that. I'm going to end that here because my show is about to come on in 5 minutes. And I'm going to edit this and I'm going to bed. So yeah, I'll see y'all next one. Bye. I hope you enjoy. I hope you liked it. And I'll see you next one.